Alright, let's try and finish this dungeon.
Yeah, we're still here, aren't we?
Yeah, unfortunately we are.
Well, I mean, we gotta be getting close. I counted,
We are 1/4 of the way there, Mode Wondershot.
Yeah.
We've gotten one of the 4 Vellas.
Yeah, and I want to say that we got through 2 of 7 doors approximately, but, you know...
There are actually a total of 9 doors.
Well,
Okay.
it's fine. I'm a film major. I wasn't taught math.
I don't think you were taught anything.
Hey, who was the one who was asking me about recording setups when we were making the run together?
Oh, I did forget I did that.
There you go.
That's fair.
Alright, so... 1 of 4 Vellas, and so we've got Starlit Vella, we've got the Drummer Vella, so we need to find a keyboardist and a guitarist and a bassist, right?
Yeah, something along those lines. So, I'm kind of looking for something to do at this point, and as much as I hate to sacrifice my dignity any further, this seems to be the only avenue.
Well, it's fine. I'm turning away.
Oh god. I was never good at trivia. Yep, it's one of these. So yeah, it turns out that we had actually gotten the answers for at least 2 of these. Alex kisses so bad that the other person explodes.
I mean, his beard could be very coarse.
Oh my god, yeah, it's just like having a Brillo pad on your face.
Some dudes get that.
Well, dudes who don't wash their beards get that. To be honest with you, I did not expect that to work. I totally guessed on the out-of-tune piano thing, you know, just based on context clues.
Fair enough. Oh, so we are going to have to do some kind of musical trivia then.
Well, not the kind where you go back and give her the sheet music that was in the other room. You may remember that this guy is here.
Though, based on his conducting prowess, I wouldn't be too keen to trust him to teach someone music.
Well, he apparently...
Wait, what the hell kind of notation was that?
I don't know. I never played piano.
Like, okay. I don't know if there's a kind of tabulature form for piano. I was brought up with just the pretty standard European system when I was learning piano, but what the hell were those numbers?
So you did learn piano. Okay, so you're way ahead of me here, apparently. Because I was not familiar with that system of notation. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to say anymore. But we at least got another one of the Vellas, so, I don't know, mission accomplished?
Sure.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Also, you should know that I know piano. Didn't you help me defuse a bomb once, in which I had to communicate piano notation?
Yes, I did, actually. That's a vintage Diacorn and Mode Wondershot callback for those of you.
A true deep cut. Ha ha. Watch my LP.
Those fingers actually kind of destroyed our health, so let's run over here and fix that real quick.
On the plus side, nobody died from it.
Oh yeah, no, that could have gone way, way worse. Can you imagine if this game was so bad that it actually, like, killed your party members? Then again, I can't really think of another RPG that has, like, poison, damage over time, stuff like that, that would actually kill you.
I want to say that old Dragon Quests had that, where things like poison over time and poison floors and hazards and things could actually kill party members. And actually, Earthbound did it as well.
I see.
There weren't really floor hazards as such in Earthbound, at least not that I can remember, but certain status ailments that cause damage over time did actually carry over outside of fights, such that every few steps you would take one, and you would actually get an alert saying that, oh, this person's condition hasn't been treated and they're about to die from lack of HP. Nice!
I forgot I threw this in there. I've somehow managed to place Panda between worlds. Let's just leave him over there.
Yeah.
I mean, how could this go badly?
His shadow bugging out is marvelous.
Yeah, so I think I was mentioning off camera that this is a really buggy dungeon, and that's just the first part.
Alright.
That's like the tamest bug. So you see these three switches. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll put the ladder on one. That does not work.
Sure.
How dare I think that the ladder has some sort of substance or mass, right? It's not like I'm carrying it around or anything.
Right.
Oh, oops.
What did you just...
So, I walked through the floor with the ladder, but it didn't respawn the ladder. Now, in order to solve this puzzle, I had previously figured out that you had to get out over on the other side.
Right.
But it didn't despawn the ladder, thereby rendering that puzzle completely unwinnable. So I had to reload my save. Oops.
Developers, bug test your games, please.
Yeah. So you may also have noticed that when I was talking to the stage manager, she just phased right through me, right?
Uh-huh.
There's nothing indicating to me that I can actually stop this lady with Panda, or with my body.
It's an interesting trick, and hey,
oh yeah, no, totally.
we can now shred like a proper 90s kid.
Well, we can only go forward, but yes, we can. So those green ramps, we can actually use the skateboard to get over them. It's something, I guess.
Hey, alright.
Yeah, you know, it's something.
It's a traversal mechanic. It'd probably be useful in a speedrun.
Assuming anybody ever speedruns this game.
Yeah, then they'll say, oh, when you get to Vella's Mine Dungeon and you get the skateboard, that's when the game really opens up.
Oh my god, I can actually see somebody saying that at AGDQ.
I've been watching quite a bit of RPG Limit Break as of late, so...
I have not watched RPG Limit Break. You need to send that to me.
It's pretty good, I'd say. The only trick is, like, if you already have kind of trouble paying attention to one normal contiguous speedrun, then a 4+ hour one can sometimes be a bit of a chore, but, you know, I like RPGs, so it's pretty easy for me.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out then. I am blessed with a very long attention span. I suppose that's part of why I'm still playing this game.
Oh, and we thank you for it.
I actually did really well this time.
Hey, nice.
Check out my sick beat.
I think that might be the new record for LP toss. And the only reason that I ever achieved it was not because of individual skill, it was because it just happened to spawn a whole bunch of the little ticks at the same time.
Yeah, and the yellow ones that freeze when you actually hit them, that's actually been remarkably inconsistent, so...
I noticed that.
Honestly, I have no way of knowing if that's actually intentional or if that's a bug.
I don't know. It's very unusual in that way. Then again, I guess a lot of things in this game are inconsistent. Part of the charm of Y2K is that I can't quite tell what is and isn't a bug. If they ever start selling this game in box form, they can put that on the back.
I mean, as we've observed, it seems to be the talent of its creators to double down on their mistakes.
Yeah. You like that interview that somebody posted in the thread? Oh my god, they couldn't have come off worse than that interview.
It's kind of remarkable.
It's genuinely impressive to me, yes.
I don't know, I've worked with a couple of profoundly self-centered artists in my day, and
Well, of course you did. You're a film major.
there you go. And it's interesting. Usually when they're less capable, they're more certain, and so that tends to lead to doubling down in the. Oh, we're doing this scene now, aren't we?
Yes. I was honestly sort of expecting the anime hot tub scene to happen much earlier in this game's chronology. Fortunately for you, I have a towel. Also, yes, YIIK, a boy. What is a nerf herder?
Oh, I want to say that's a reference, but I forget to what. Well, anyway, we're now at 3 of 4.
Yes, we're 3 of the 4 Vellas there. Now we just have to figure out that puzzle with the 3 buttons and we'll be there. Also, that was kind of weird.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't quite register going onto the ramp correctly if you already start on it.
Well, I've played games that have a history of that. You played Need for Speed The Run with me. Do you remember that one ramp in, like, the very last level that would just sort of catapult you if you didn't hit it at the right angle?
Good times.
Yeah, I'm
Man,
probably gonna have to go and look that up again now.
It really says something, too, that we're playing through this game, and I go back to Need for Speed The Run, and I'm thinking, good times. Man, that game was really competently written, wasn't it? You get what I'm saying, Diacorn?
Oh, I do. But now I feel compelled to put together a supercut of all the excellent writing moments and Need for Speed that... Whoa! That launched us pretty far.
Hey, alright.
Well, at least we have the ladder back. Anyway, expect that Need for Speed The Run excellent writing supercut coming to you, I don't know, in like a couple weeks or whenever I feel like it.
And of course, don't forget to put in grinding rails in a car.
Oh man, yeah. Damn it, I'm gonna have to post that GIF on there.
It's a tremendously fine GIF, you should be proud of it.
Damn it, Moto Undershot, I can't afford to keep paying for hosting for that. I'm not made of money.
Alright.
Okay, so you remember that we have these 3 buttons, and when we got Dolly, they said Dolly could do 2 things. Dolly could tag chess, and Dolly could do one other thing. Do you remember what that was?
Dolly could actually hit buttons, right?
Yes, but they never have you use this ability except, like, in the first hour of the game. It's never brought up again.
Yeah, and it wasn't that Dolly hit buttons like this. Dolly hit
It was
switches.
that Dolly hit levers, things that Dolly could clearly grab onto.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I totally forgot about that because Camera Corn is a dum-dum. So I start trying to play with the Havoc physics to see if I can knock this thing over. You know, give it some math.
It's kind of remarkable that it did fall over that one time. There's some...
20 minutes later.
Oh well. I mean, you'll have to put in that SpongeBob bit, not me, right? Okay, so just the whole platform comes down like that. Wasn't particularly...
Yeah.
It's not that it's particularly sort of clever in its approach, it's just, oh, here's the platform.
Well, once I figured out that you could get something to ramp off the ramps there, I knew that there would be, you know, a receiving ramp, because that's how all the other ones have been.
True, but it's a little strange to me that it would just kind of give you the whole platform like that. I mean, normally in a game like this, they'd usually at least show you the door to say, hey, you're supposed to go here somehow, but...
So we actually need to stop ourselves, otherwise we can't get off the skateboard while we're riding it.
Oh. Ugh.
Yeah, so this is a little bit unusual. Fortunately, we have just such a tool that allows us to stop errant skateboards.
I want to say that my original inclination would have been to just use the ladder and fall down onto the platform from the left side, but no, I can see that that's blocked off, and so you actually need Panda. You know, again, I nitpick about the particulars, but as far as actual puzzle construction goes, that's not a bad way of approaching it.
I cannot fault Y2K for this, right?
Right.
I cannot fault Y2K for introducing me to a mechanic that I didn't know existed, even though it was clearly not signposted anywhere, like being able to stop skateboards with Panda, and then having me use that to get through the final puzzle in the dungeon. Right? That's good game design.
Well, it's above average as far as this game's concerned.
No, it's I would say it's genuinely a pretty smart thing. Like you're training the player to be able to do something and acquire a new skill, and then you're testing them on their knowledge of that skill.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the basis was the easiest one to convince. We just basically had to tell her, "Hey, you're on," and you know she went. I guess we had to do a lot of stuff to get over here.
You did just solve the puzzle, so I guess that makes sense. Honestly, I'm still just disappointed that they didn't find a way to shoehorn in actually playing DDR into this game.
I think it's probably better for everybody involved that they didn't.
Okay.
Lord knows that I'd somehow find the ability to tag a single arrow 3 or 4 times the way that I do on Alex's record bit.
At which point we just say, Andrew Allenson, Flash Revolution exists. What's your excuse?
Also, Dan Revolution exists if you want a true Internet 1.0 reference.
Well, I'll look forward to more of them next time.
Oh god, yes, there are so many. You have no idea.